Welcome back to our 22nd episode of Shots on Target with your host, Brad Betts, your go-to show for global football analysis and betting. Today is Tuesday, September 24th. We did miss our play of the day yesterday as Akrones somehow failed to score. They looked terrible, to be quite honest. But we did hit our third lean. We hit both of our live looks, one in Sportsline chat, one in the Telegram. So make sure that you are tapped into my free Telegram. We are 7-1 over our last 8 live bets. That's great, solid production. Happy to be able to provide those to everybody free of charge. So make sure you hit my X account at Bradley L. Jacobs, and there's a link in the bio. So let's go ahead and jump into these matches today for all these teams that are really struggling to keep the ball out of the net. We got Sassuolo and Lecce on there. Hopefully Lecce can find the net. We're going to go and jump straight into this. We have one match in Switzerland, or a couple matches in Switzerland, one specifically with Bellinzona, who in 13 straight matches that they've conceded. They're at home. They're playing a really low-level squad in Switzerland. So if there's ever a match that they could find a clean sheet, it is today. I would be surprised if they did, based on how often they concede. But wanted to let you know of Bellinzona, who's playing today. You got the Germany 3 League. That's a very high-scoring league. There's two specific matchups. You got Hansa Rostock, R-O-S-T-A-C, but it's Rostock. They're conceding in 17 straight matches, and they're at home. They're scoring regularly. There's a good possibility for goals there. Osnabrück, a little bit tougher of a matchup, but they're conceding in 13 straight, and they're also at home. You expect both teams should find the net. Peterborough, they're playing away from home. They've conceded in 12 straight in the English 1 League. That one's a tricky matchup. I expect goals, but I'm not sure. The Deportes Iquique in Chile, 11 straight. That's a tough one. They're conceding regularly. They are away from home, so I'm not sure how they're going to perform, but they are scoring regularly. Wales, absolutely bollocks team. Barrytown conceding 11 straight, not picking up a lot. I don't know if I'd stay away. Maybe look at goals against their opponent. In the Turkish 1 League, there's a matchup that's been removed from all of the books. No surprise. Irakspor, who's conceded an 11 straight, and Yeni Malatyaspor, M-A-L-A-T-Y-A-S-P-O-R, has conceded in 24 straight matches. That's probably why they've removed this from the board. And now you have a Peru match also that's looking pretty interesting. Cajamarca, they are at home conceding in 17 straight to a team, Carlos Manucci, away from home, who's conceded in 9 straight. They score regularly. Cajamarca is a decent scoring team. I think that both teams should be able to score in that match. And then you have the Czech Cup. There's another one, Ústí nad Labem, conceded in 13 straight. Their opponent, Kladno, 9 straight. The over 2.5's juiced as well. Maybe if the lines come down, that could be a possible look. We also want to look to tomorrow morning, because a lot of times we forget these early morning matches. Not forget, but fail to turn the page before wanting to close out this page. Seongnam, S-E-O-N-G-N-A-M, have conceded in 15 straight in South Korea. So a regular conceder away from the board. That might be a match you want to wake up and look at in the morning. Tons and tons of opportunities. Also, you have Osasuna. I know people want to talk about these top leagues. Not a lot of goals flying in these top matches today, but Osasuna are one team who are struggling defensively. 13 of the last 14 they have conceded. They do manage to score regularly. I think they're 4 of 6 this year so far, but a pretty decent record, maybe close to 66 to 70% as a scoring team. So it does kind of make that match interesting, but a little scary. That the line is plus 125 when I woke up this morning for the BTTS. Just on value alone, it doesn't look that bad based on how Valencia are playing, but it's a scary match, so I'm not sure that I would approach it. A lot of scary matches on the slate, filled with cup matches, which we don't love. Some of these midweek fixtures can be slow, so we're going to be very gentle today. We're going to look for our best bet, which is coming up in 55 minutes. So this is time-sensitive material today. we're headed to the Finnish Veikkausliiga in a match between Ilves, I-L-V-E-S, and Kups, K-U-P-S. Ilves come in scoring in 24 of their last 25 matches. You regularly see Ilves scoring, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in the league, but also they concede regularly. Conceded in 15 of their last 20. That's 75% of their matches overall, top to bottom, conceding. Taking on a Coupe squad, who is scored in 24 of their last 27 league matches, which is good production from a top-sided Coups squad in the Finnish Veikkausliiga, but they've also conceded in 20 of their last 25. That's at 80%. So on both ends, we really expect to see goals from these top performers. But that line's a little juiced. It's at minus 158 for the both teams to score, and that over 2.5 is around minus 128. I like both of those lines. If you look at the matchup history, it's over 2.5 is hit in 5 straight matches that Ilves has played Coups at home, and the previous matchup ended 1-2. Coups is a strong squad. We're in a championship round, just like similarly to yesterday. If one team scores, it should push the other one. However, the over looks great as well, and in lieu of parlaying, we're going to try to eat a little bit of juice just in case it ends at that 1-1. We're going to take a bet split. We're going to take both teams to score at minus 158 and the over 2.5 at minus 128, giving us a little bit of a middle probability there to sit, and just in case it ends at 1-1 or that 3-0. It kind of saves us to give us our bet back, but that again, that is in the Finnish Veikkausliiga between Ilves and Coups. Both teams to score at minus 158 and the over 2.5 at minus 128 on the bet split, keeping things gentle. We're going to look at a few matches live on the slate today, but again, we're going to be very soft, just like we were yesterday, maybe just a few looks, and then we're going to look to hit really interesting matches throughout the rest of the week. A lot of these matches in Europe, in the Europa League, so very exciting televised matches running throughout the day. So make sure you want to come back tomorrow for a little bit more information, but also screenshot it. Make sure you're keeping involved with these teams. These guys are regular performers. So if you keep these regular performers in your list of bettable teams, it will help you be more profitable long-term, I guarantee it. Let's hope Lecce scores. That's going to conclude today's episode of Shots on Target with your host, Brad Betts. This 22nd episode of Shots on Target, your go-to show for global football analysis and betting. Today's Tuesday, September 24th. It doesn't look like we have much in the chat. Let's get that Lecce second goal, Rick. Brad Morris, good to see you as well. Rick Funcan, Russell Johnson, 3 of my main guys. Let's hope we start today with a win and then continue on with another win, building into tomorrow as well. Again, that concludes your episode today, Tuesday's episode of Shots on Target with Brad Betts. We will catch you guys tomorrow.